It's that simple?
Yeah.
Wow, what a fast fix.
Vegetable pilaf and garlic lamb.
Crispy salt roasted chicken thigh and a garlic aioli.
Yeah, poached peaches with rosewater syrup for dessert.
And run us through, what's a pilaf?
A pilaf is basically just like cooking rice, but you're cooking it with chicken stock instead of water to, I guess, fill up the rice and make it cook.
Why would you choose pilaf over a standard rice dish?
It's the flavour, basically. It's all in the flavour. I was showing a really cool way to chop an onion. So basically you don't cut off the top bit here, and you just cut along down here, like this. And do it quickly, otherwise, you know, it'll get in your eyes and you'll start crying, so the age-old onion consequence. Okay, so you've kind of scored it along there, and then you're going to just chop down here, and it just keeps the onion intact and really easy to chop it.
And so what are you doing now, Em?
Right now I'm marinating the lamb backstrap in olive oil and garlic, just to give it that flavour as I was talking about. Yeah.
How will you be getting that crispy texture? Any hints to as to the cooking of that?
Well, we have to do it fast today, but a good tip is to marinate it overnight, put a bit of salt on it, put a bit of black peppercorn, a bit of thyme, suck out all the moisture, so the less moisture, the crispier it is.
And so what are you doing now, Will?
I'm just putting the marinade, and I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes, and yeah.
So what have you got on there? Run us through the ingredients you've used again for the marinade.
Well, I've got some chicken thigh fillets with the skin on, just a bit of garlic, some shallots or banana shots if you can find any, a bit of thyme, salt and black peppercorns.
And what kind of salt have you used? Is that just normal table
No,
salt?
it's just it's iodized rock salt.
Iodized rock salt. And where can you get that?
It's just from your local supermarket.
How important would you say are good communication skills in the kitchen, especially when you're working with more than one chef?
I would say vital. You know, I think it's really important that you've got a plan before you start cooking, especially if you've got a time limit or if you're cooking something particularly complicated. It is vital that you have spoken to your cooking partner and you've both kind of worked out where you're going to be at what time, what temperature the oven's going to be on, etc.
What heat are you cooking at today, Will?
We're cooking at 180 degrees fan force.
And that was preheated?
Yes.
Okay. In terms of preparing for a meal, which you are today,
Yes.
how do you plan that in your preparation?
Well, the key to this is obviously multitasking, which I believe I am quite skilled at. You know, what I need to do is actually sit down with pen and paper with the recipes out and just write down step by step what I'm going to do. So that might mean obviously marinating the lamb and then poaching the peaches, even though peaches are the last item on the menu. So yeah.
So what are you pouring in now, Em?
I'm just about to put my chicken stock into the rice, and this is where the pilaf part comes in.
So chicken stock, that's just chicken stock mixed with water?
Yeah, well, you can get chicken stock in lots of different forms, just at your local supermarket. You can pick up, I guess, what I'm using is a can of powdered stock, and I just add that to some boiled water, and then I put this in here and wait for it to, for the rice to absorb all the liquid.
So you've moved on to the peaches now.
Yes.
Is that going to be a problem cutting on the same board as the onions in terms of flavour?
Look,
Or is that the idea?
I'm going to stone these after. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to stone these now. You know, sometimes you just have to make do. And so, obviously, I'm using the same board. I'm keeping it far away. You know, I've got onions here and I've got peaches here. Plus, when you boil them, you know, all the onion and the little microbacteria on it are going to die.
In terms of meat products, would you ever cut meat products on the same as a non-meat
No,
product?
always have a separate meat board. Oh.
Crispy.
Basically, I guess, cooking them in this. I know. I'm using feta, which is a type of cheese that's, I guess it's quite firm when you get it, but once it's melted, it's really nice and creamy. It's just the perfect texture to go with my pilaf.
And why have you chosen to use feta?
I've chosen to use feta because, well, number one, it was in the recipe, but I just think it just complements the pilaf so well. It adds that really, not tangy, but that biting flavour to the pilaf that really just makes it makes the dish, basically. That's why I've chosen feta. It's not melty. It doesn't melt kind of like your average mozzarella or Havarti. Oh yeah, it is.
So that's your backstroke?
That is my backstroke.
So those potatoes were looking a bit different to the potatoes I normally see. What's with that?
I'm doing just some squash potatoes. It's a Janelle Bloom's recipe, but I slightly perfected and changed slightly. So yeah, it's just, you boil the potatoes like mashed potatoes, but then you roast them. So get some interesting effects. I'll tell you how it goes.
Okay.
Alright, this is rose water. Now, you can pick up rose water at, I guess, a nice delicatessen or maybe a supermarket if you're lucky. Make sure you don't buy rose-scented water. Rose water is actually the correct term.
And what are you doing, Em?
I'm slipping the skins off my peaches. You don't want surplus skins on your peaches when you're just trying to enjoy a nice and delicate dessert. However, the skins are good. They are good to eat.
Look at this. Looking good. done perfectly. I like it a little bit crispy at the top. Really nice. That nice pinkness inside. Very tender. Very tasty. Well done. Legitimately. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well and truly passed the taste test. Congratulations. Give it a go. You will not be disappointed.
Beautifully soft though. The fork just
poached.
glides right through.
Well done.
Thank you.
Both chefs. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You can cook at the next Elevate dinner.